Hello everyone, welcome to Snacks and Crafts, and by the title you know what I'm going to be making, so you want to go ahead and start off by taking some clay. I'm using air dry clay by Crayola in the shade Terracotta, and you're going to go ahead and roll it out into a ball and then roll it out and flatten it like your face. And pop out those ugly behind air bubbles. Now you're gonna take this doodle roll I found somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. You're gonna take this, you're gonna take a piece of clay and roll it out, make it look like a snake or a doodle roll, whichever one. Stupid fly. Now I'm making some indents and marks on the edges of the clay to help the other part stick better. I don't know, I saw it somewhere, so I'm doing it. Now you want to take a paintbrush and some water, smooth it all out until it looks like one piece of doo-doo. Now if you don't have parchment paper, then you can use a plastic bag, store bag or something, and because the parchment paper, you know, helps the clay not stick to it, and the paper bag on a flat surface will do the same thing. Right here I'm just shaping out the frog's body. And then after, I'm going to make its eyes and its feet. I'm not making the hands because I don't really care about the hands. Now this is the part where I am in the house and I recreated the frog because the original frog was too big. I wanted it to be a little bit smaller. So there it is, and I've already started on making the churro, which looks crappy. I thought I had some piping bag tips to be able to make the churro look better. That is the snack I'm having since, you know, Snacks and Crafts. So yeah, I was going to get a piping bag tip, but I realized I didn't have any star tips, so I just had to do it by hand. Right now you see me making the other churro. I plan to have 2 churros in this piece, so yes, I'm making the other one. Right here I'm making the beret for the frog. I ended up making it too big, and you'll see that I changed it, made it smaller.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Now I am making the mustache, and yeah. Now I'm going to add some, not to mention, but some detail in the mustache, make it a little rougher. Now these paints are from Ross, so I don't really have the name of them other than the label. And I'm also using some apple barrel spring green, which is something that y'all need, some greens. Now I am making a baguette, and if you don't know what that is, then look it up. Just kidding, it's a bread basically. So I'm making this bread, but eventually I used one I made a while ago. It's really cute, it looks like a cheese bread almost, and yeah, so I decided to go with that one because it just looked better to me. Plus I used it with polymer clay, bakeable clay, instead of air dry clay, and I was kind of lost with this bread, especially having to go and make the color without pastels. It was easier for me with pastels, but now you know, I have to paint it white and then use it. And plus I don't even know where my pastels are. They're just God knows where because of my siblings, but we're not gonna talk about that. This next bread I'm making is going to be a chocolate bread. I don't know, I'm on my period, so I'm craving some chocolate and just decided to make it. But don't worry, I won't eat it. Now I'm taking the two off-brand greens, one is lighter than the other, and I'm going to take my unevenly, I don't know how to say it, it's just uneven bristles, and they're harder than my other soft brushes, and make a grass-like texture. Not really texture, but it's a visual texture, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to make it like grass, if I haven't said that already. So yeah, those two greens. And I'm going to take this dandelion yellow and make some little flower petals And I have this little tool that I use the end of to make the dots. You can use anything that looks like it, a paintbrush, or whatever, but that's just all I had. I messed up on these flowers a couple of times. I didn't like it. They were too big, so I redid them. I redid them like twice. I'm only showing you this one time I messed up, but I messed up a couple of times. But eventually these are the ones I went with, and they're super cute.
My mind, can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me bummed out. I'm so used to you, baby, baby, baby. I've been on my empty mindset. I should've kept from losing the best of me. I worry that I wasted the best of me. Oh, you baby, you don't care.
I'm using a pencil to make these starry eyes.
Things just have little change, got me a war in my mind. Let it go away.
Right here, I just went through trial and error with this bread. Like I said before, I did end up using another one. It was just so hard trying to get the color. Now I am assembling the frog to, well, all of the pieces to see how I like it. And once I did glue it down, it just kept falling over. I will be using a better glue next time. I don't think this is the one I was looking for, but I'll have to get some super glue. Actually, I have to be careful with super glue because I glued my thumbs together before, and so I took this piece of paper. I couldn't find newspaper with the words, only, you know, the groceries. So I took this out of a book that, you know, don't hate me for it. I took it out of a book, and I'm using it to, you know, kind of like a grocery bag or a wrap for the churros. And the shadow you see is me fighting with the paper to get it to stay closed.